Hey, this is ASpengler, and this is episode 14 of building Itter Castle in Lego. The last segment, I worked on getting in some trees, plants, mainly getting in a lot more plant detail, other little details. Got basically most of the trees situated where they should be going. Last segment, we still need to get some trees here and then back right here. Plus this area is this little back area right here is the only area that didn't get grass on it, so I'll wait to get more tree leaves and grass until I'm sending out another big bricklink order. As far as I'm just gonna wait till on this segment we are finally working on the castle, the main part. So basically all around I think terrain's for the most part done, so now we can finally get to the castle. Some of you guys have been really waiting for that. That's basically what this whole mock's about, so I guess it's about time. So in the last segment we got most of the trees placed around. In that back corner, I'd say the majority of the trees that should be back there are now there. I guess we could use a few more in the front, at least some bigger ones. We've got mostly small ones there. But definitely we'll get enough at least to just put them in those two spots that don't have them yet. So basically everywhere else has a good amount of plants, trees. So I'll wait till you send out those bricklink orders till I find some part of the castle that I need to order some more pieces. For example, that might be some of these more detailed masonry bricks that you see on the bridge there. So just to give you guys a quick look, this is basically the mock so far. We've got basically all the surrounding terrain done except for those few areas I pointed out. And then just a quick side note, I've been doing some more research on the actual battle, and then I was looking into more, and for some reason, since looking into the battle, I don't know why, I just thought it would, for some reason I thought it was taking place in sort of the winter season, like the actual World War II battle. But then looking into it more, it was in May of 1945, so I looked into kind of the weather in Austria at that time and kind of throughout history and now. And in May, it would have been like high 60 degrees, 70 degrees, and a low of like in the 40s, so 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So I think as far as before, I don't know why I thought it would be in the winter, but for some reason I thought it would be in the winter when the battle took place, so I was gonna first make the mock summertime and then change it to winter. But now knowing that it's not in the winter time, so that kind of helps me. I guess I'm not really short on time for building it in the winter, but I guess now I don't have to build it in the winter, so I can kind of go more in depth in the summer, or like what it is right now, add some more details. So maybe like in the springtime it might not be this green, so maybe I could just things to make it look like it was just after winter. I could add some more kind of just, I don't know, more just dead plants. Maybe this olive green would look better, just kind of spreading that out, because right now it looks just pretty green, like late spring, summer, midsummer. So other than that, in the time period that I was gonna take to kind of change it to a winter mock, I could I guess go back and then try to make it look a little bit more to fit the season of like late or early spring, stuff like that. So that's just a side note. Planning ahead now, I don't really have to, when I'm making it into the World War II battle scene, I don't have to change it to a winter later, so I guess that leaves some pressure off if I was gonna end up getting short for time. Again, I was probably planning on taking this to Brick World Chicago, and World War Brick Minneapolis if I can. Again, like the castle will be removable, so I'm not sure if I'll take the whole mock, like with the whole surrounding terrain and the castle, or maybe just bring the castle once that's done. So I guess I have to actually get the castle done, but we'll get working on that in this segment. So now going into the segment, I think to start off, I've been looking at some pictures online. I think I'm gonna start by marking off where certain parts of the buildings are. I know that the castle has the main building in the center, and then it has kind of just the little ones that come off of it, and then there's the courtyard here. In the pictures it shows like a small building in the back here, so I might add that if I have the room. Hopefully I planned it out so this will be enough space to make the full castle, but I guess I'll just go ahead and start by marking off the areas where certain things will be, like buildings and stuff. There's not a ton of pictures that will help me on planning this out, but what I saw on the online, what I have to go off of, some person made like a board game of the castle, and they have like an overview of it with little buildings marked off. So I'll just go off of that. Hopefully theirs was accurate enough. That's basically all I really have to go off of. So hopefully that was accurate. And then as far as building the castle, it's a private castle, so it's going to be kind of hard interpreting the pictures. I'll try to get the main building that will be in the center as best I can, so at least that will look like the actual castle. But as far as like going around and all the different side views, there's not quite as many pictures on that, but at least they have the good pictures, just kind of like going in from the bridge. You see the main building like here, and then kind of the front side you get a good picture, some good pictures of. So at least I'll try to capture the image of just the front of the castle. As far as the back, I'll just do my best going off of other pictures. There's not as many on it as as many pictures on that, so I'll just do my best for that. I'll go ahead and start by marking off the building areas, come back, show you guys that, and then I'll probably start just by working on the courtyard first. I'm not completely sure how far I'll get. I'm quite certain that I'll have to order some more pieces. I'm not completely sure how I'm going to do the details for this, but so again, that'll probably mean I'm going to have to order some pieces, so we'll see how far I could get. I'll just go ahead and start off by marking out the little building areas. Okay, come back after I just marked off basically a picture I found. I started marking off where basically where the castle will be, and basically that. So first I kind of have it planned right here. Marked off is where the road leads up. It's kind of the main gate into the castle. These little things kind of mark off where the courtyard is here, and then this main rectangle in the center, that is where the main keep is. And then kind of off to the side, this whole thing will be kind of the large castle that like goes up the highest part. And then I didn't mark out all the individual little terraces and buildings here, but on either side of it, it kind of had a bunch of different little buildings there. It's kind of complicated. I couldn't really tell what everything was from the pictures, so. And then there's just another building in the back, so that's basically what I saw in the picture, so I marked those areas off. Just with the limited amount of pictures, I'm not sure how detailed and how accurate I'll get to the actual castle. I feel like I'll be able to get the main feature, like the keep of the castle, pretty well, because in all the pictures they have a pretty decent view of the main keep in the center of the castle. So I feel like I could probably best recreate the main keep, but then with the buildings and stuff on the sides, you just don't really get a good view of that. So I might have to kind of just make something up what I think might be there, or try to do my best to recreate that. It does give you, I've found like some pretty good pictures of the main gate area, so I probably could get that. But for the most part, I only have like pictures of leading into the castle, and then you get the big front view, which mainly is just the keep. It's hard to tell what's on the side. I definitely will probably be able to recreate the front area of the castle the best, because that's basically all the pictures I've seen on the internet. It just shows the front view of the castle, so I'll definitely be able to get that keep well. But as far as the back of the castle, that's kind of, I'm not quite sure what's back there, so I'll do my best. We'll see how it goes. As far as this segment, I'm not going to probably get all that far, so we'll just start off by finishing this little bit here at the end of the bridge. It wasn't complete here. Of course, I don't have the rest of the bricks to make those. I'll have to get those in the bricklink order, but what I can do is kind of smooth out where the bridge ends, probably start working on the main entrance. If I get time, then I'll start working on the courtyard, but as far as I'm planning right now, I'm just gonna try to get this main entrance done and the kind of path leading up to it. So I'll get started on that. Hopefully I can get some time lapses in, but I'll just go ahead and start working. Show you guys the progress. As you saw in the time lapse, I was working on the main entrance for the castle. Sorry I didn't fully get it completed. As I was working on it, it ended up taking me way longer than I thought. I was at it for over 4 hours, so but I think it turned out pretty well. You'll notice that there's quite a few changes. I had to go through multiple times and change some things. First off, this area here used to be the masonry bricks, but then I ran out of them, so then I replaced them with these, but then I ran out of these. So originally I was using these kind of grill bricks on the inside, if you see, but then later I ran out of grill bricks, so I went back and just made this inside just smooth. So I've been going through changing things. That took a lot of time, but at least I think I got it pretty well, like the actual thing is. Maybe mine's a little bit bigger, but I think that's okay. Can't completely tell yet, but I didn't get to the roof, but I think once I get the roof, it'll look a lot more like the actual thing, so that'll look a lot better. I think I'm gonna end it out soon, just partly because it's taken me so long, a lot later than I thought, and now it is pretty late in the day, so sorry if this upload's probably gonna get out to you guys pretty late. So that's just, again, it took me a lot longer to build this than I had expected, and I didn't even finish, so I had to go back, rebuild a lot of the spots, stuff like that. So I will try finish this next week. Hopefully I have enough. Going back, taking pieces off and trying to put them in different areas. Hopefully that left me with enough to finish it. It should. I'll go back, edit the door. They have some kind of insignias and stuff, like zigzags on it, so the door will look a lot better than just a plain brown. I'll get to that. Hopefully next segment I could completely finish this up. Sorry I didn't even get to leading up to it. I just went ahead, started working on this, and then it kind of just took up the rest of the day, so it may not look like a ton, but I built this thing pretty solid, so trying to take it apart, it took a while, then putting it back together, taking it apart again, putting it back together, so it took up a lot of time, but I think it's starting to look pretty well, or pretty good. At least the front is. The back's maybe not as much, but I guess you won't really see that as much. I guess that's the one thing I could say. It doesn't look terrible, but I guess the main thing you want to see is the front, so I'll definitely make sure the front looks good. Other than that, the back might be a little bit more complicated, so I guess I'm going to end it up here. Not much more time. Sorry again that it'll be a late upload. I guess there wasn't too much done in this segment, but at least we got working on the castle, so that's good. I guess this is the first step on working on the castle, so at least now I'm getting to the castle and working on that now. So I guess how long it took, just to gauge how long it took me to make just the entrance, I feel like the back castle, or like the main keep here in this back rectangle, that will take me a long time. So I think just part of the issue was, though, that I didn't have quite as many pieces that I needed, so I had to go back, replace them with other pieces. So I think if I ordered just a bunch of, what I think I'm gonna do is mainly use these mason bricks. I really like the look of those, so I'll probably get just a ton of those. Those grill bricks work pretty well also. I'll probably order some more 1x2 light gray tiles. Those look nice for building, so mainly just those things that I've been working on with the bridge and what you've seen so far with this entrance. So I'll probably order a lot more of those pieces. Hopefully it will be enough. I'll probably just end up running short again, but hopefully I can gauge it good enough so I'll have enough to finish up. But again, sorry I didn't completely get the entrance done, or at least even the path leading up to it. So hopefully we can finish that next segment, so I'll go ahead and end it off so I can get this video out in time for you guys. So go ahead and end it out. If you like what you saw, share, subscribe. Shoutouts always help, it helps the channel. So thank you guys for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next video.